He headlines at clubs, colleges, and churches across the United States. He's been on numerous different TV shows, including America's Funniest People, Comedy Time TV, KTLA's Find Me a Comic, and Cozy TV. He has a half-hour dry bar special on on drybar.com. And so please welcome the bad boy of Christian comedy, Ron Ruman.
Yes! 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 Hello, Sunrise Church! Woo! What a hot, pumped-up crowd you guys are! Hello, ladies! Thank you for staying up late. Good to see you. Woo! What a great crowd we got here tonight in Santee. I love this section over here. You guys all, yeah. There's like 3 rows. You guys look like a comedy jury over here. It's like just 3 rows, and it's like, okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you. God? That was weird. Yeah, my little comedy jury right here. They're going to keep an eye on them. They're going to be like, nah. Yes. Wow, this is great. And then, wow, then there's you guys. Woo! You guys look pumped. Okay? Woo! Thank you guys for coming out in the storm, or as we call it in Southern California, news. Woo! Great to be. I just got back from doing a cruise to Alaska. Yes. Do we have any cruisers here? Anybody cruise? Who cruise? Wow, sir, you cruise? Where did you cruise, sir? I didn't even see your lips move. That was weird. You should be entertainment next time. How did you make this guy talk? That was weird. Who thought they was pointing at who back here? Really? I'm looking at him and you're going, nope, I'm talking. I don't care. These are the best seats I could get. I want to be in the show. Sir, what is your name?
Terry.
I'm sorry?
Terry.
No, I heard you, Terry. I'm just sorry. Terry, where did you cruise?
Alaska.
You went to Alaska? Was it cold when you went to Alaska?
Yes.
Yes, see, I was so excited because I'm a California boy born and raised, and my agent booked me on the ship, and she said it's going to be cold there, and I was excited because I read in a book that if you take an animal from a warm environment and move it to a cold environment, its fur will get thicker. Nothing at all. And it was fun because I sit out in the lobby kind of in a corner and I watch people get on the ship, and they'll have all the performers on like a marquee, and I see the look on their faces because it says Christian comedian, and they're kind of like, oh. And then it says the bad boy of Christian comedy, and let me explain that to you. A friend of mine gave me that name because no matter how hard I try, no matter how hard I work, I always seem to offend at least one person in the audience. It happens every show. So I just want to get this out of the way. You guys, I do not mean to offend anyone with anything that I say. I want us to have a good time. So let me just apologize right now if I do offend you. I mean, technically it's okay because I'm forgiven. But I don't mean to offend anybody. But it's funny because they see Christian comedian, and I think they just forget that God wants us to laugh. God gave us the ability to laugh. He wants us to use it. And God has surrounded us with people that we can laugh with. God has given us a few people that we can laugh at. Don't look at them. That would be inappropriate. You guys, God has a sense of humor. Jesus even has a sense of humor. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, how do you know Jesus has a sense of humor? It talks about Jesus' sense of humor in the Bible. In John 9:6, Jesus cured the blind man. Now, Jesus could have cured the blind man in many different ways. He could have just waved his hand, but I submit to you that on this particular day, Jesus was feeling humorous. Because it tells us in the Bible, Jesus placed spittle into the dirt. Jesus hawked a loogie, okay? And he took it and he made loogie mud pie, and then he rubbed it on the guy's eyes. The Bible doesn't tell us what was going through this guy's brain when he heard, "You will be healed." The Bible doesn't tell us about the mute girl that was standing there waiting to be healed, saw what happened to the blind guy and went, she's like writing a note, "I'm good." And then Jesus has this sense of humor because he didn't say to that guy, "Open your eyes and see." He doesn't say to that guy, "Open your eyes, you've been healed." What did he say? What? He said, "Go wash." Comedic translation, dude, you're grossing everybody out. You got loogie mud pie all over your face. Just go wash. But you guys, Jesus had to cure the blind man. He had to. Do you know why? Because people were actually playing pranks on blind people. Now you're asking me how I know this. In Leviticus 19, the Lord is giving all these laws to Moses. He's talking about don't steal, don't mislead people, don't cheat, and in the middle of this, he says, do not place something in the path of a blind man that would cause him to stumble. So apparently people were doing it. They're like, "Hey, Steve, bring..." I've never offended him before. Is anyone else afraid? That was creepy. No, but I'm picturing them out there doing, "Hey, Steve, bring that bale of hay and put it right here. This is going to be great. Watch this. Hey, Fred, follow the sound of my voice. It's going to be great." They're filming it, putting it up on YouTube. I'm telling you guys. But it's cool. God's got a sense of humor. And I'm out there, I'm doing comedy, I'm performing at churches, I'm a Christian comedian. But I think it must have been tough to be that first Christian comedian, that first guy. Because Jesus walked around with all those disciples. If you get that many guys together, there's always one comedian in the group. There's always that one guy. And I picture them sitting around the table having dinner. And all of a sudden, Jesus gets up and he walks out of the room and he leaves the door open. And that one guy's like, "Hey, what were you, born in a barn?" Oh! That's not going to work. It's Jesus. He was born in a barn. Man. Got to get new material. But it's good, you guys. We're out. We're out. We're free. Look at this room. We're not wearing masks. We're sitting next to people. Yes. It was a tough 2 years. I went 2 years without doing comedy. 2 years is a long, 2 years ago, we were only on COVID-17. So 2 years is a long time. The heck was that? The weirdest sneeze I ever heard in my life. But God bless you. That was. Telling you, 2 years. 2 years ago, Delta variant meant changing airlines. I'm telling you. This is weird stuff. 2 years ago, the only time you heard Wuhan was when Harrison Ford showed up in a Star Wars movie. Some of you guys are going to get these on the way home, and that's fine. That's fine. 2 years, long time. Do you remember when we used to watch television shows 1 episode a week? You remember that? We don't do that anymore. We binge. Everybody binges. You got to binge. And every one of your friends has a show that you have to be watching. Every one of you, are you watching this? You have to be watching this. You're not watching this? How can you not be watching this? You have to watch it. And God forbid you say to them, yeah, I watched a couple episodes. It just didn't work for me. Because you always get the same response. No. You have to wait till the 7th episode of the 5th season, and then it takes off. Then it gets good. It's crazy. But you guys, we're out now because we live in an amazing country. God bless America. We got hit with this virus, and not only did they come up with 1, but 3 different vaccines. And we go and we get this testament to technology injected into our arms. And then they give us a card that looks like it came off the back of a cereal box. A card that is specifically designed not to fit into any known wallet in existence. This card, they're worried about it being counterfeit. It already looks counterfeit. Get something left over from Ellis Island. I mean, what is this? I was talking to one of my friends, and I said, hey, I'm not real impressed with this vaccine card that they gave me. And they're like, oh, no. You have to wait till you get the 7th booster, and then you get the good card. And it takes off. Crazy stuff. Excited to be here. Hello, front row people. How are you guys? It's nice you're sitting in the front row at a comedy show. That's risky. That's scary. Sitting in the front row at a comedy show with shorts on, that's even more gutsy. I mean, I'm okay with you, but I would have put on underwear. But hey, be comfortable. Just be comfortable. No. You don't get the same view I'm getting. You're the jury. You're fine. And look at you over here. You got the prime seat in the house sitting here with all your friends. This is great. What is your name? Lucia? I like that. You should keep it.
I will.
Lucia, what do you do?
Watch comedy shows.
So government work, basically. Yeah, that's cool. Well, Lucia, thank you for being here tonight.
Well, you're welcome.
Appreciate.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome. Take off your coat. Stay a while. Oh, Lucia, how are you guys doing back here? I don't want to neglect you guys. All doing good. I should go talk to the guy that thought I was talking to him earlier. You don't see that far? Oh, that's great. Well, what is your name, sir?
Phil.
Phil, what do you do?
Retired.
Retired. What did you do, Phil?
Worked in a grocery store.
Worked in a grocery. Now, were you a checker?
Everything.
You did everything in the grocery store? You a checker, stalker? Were they ever like, Phil, we need a checker on aisle 4? Was that ever you? Phil, that's so. Okay, so let me ask you a question, Phil, because I was at a grocery store the other day. I was shopping, and what grocery store did you work for?
Right down the street, Vaughn's.
Right down the street, Vaughn's. That's a long name. I was in Ralph's the other day, which I always think is an interesting name for a place that sells food. Ralph's. And I filled up my cart, and I walked to the front of the store, and there were long lines coming off of every cash register, Phil. I looked down, I saw a sign that said self-checkout. I went down there, it was just a mirror. Okay, if you get that, explain it to the person next to you, and then we'll just see where it goes. We'll see who gets that at all. The young people are explaining it to each other. That's awesome. That's great. I got back from the cruise I was on. I went to my nephew's 5th birthday party. It was great. I went over to my sister's house. All the kids were playing in the backyard, parents sitting around on the patio. All of a sudden, my sister comes out with this huge vat of Kirkland vanilla ice cream. First thing that popped into my head was, can I eat something with the same brand name as the underwear I currently have on? It just seemed wrong to me. I kid you. By applause, where are my Costco people tonight? My Costco people? Oh, yes. God bless the Costco people. I said, by applause, guy back there raised his hands, lets me know what I'm dealing with. God bless you, sir. Whew. I love Costco. I think the only thing that bothers me about Costco is the traffic. And I'm not talking about the traffic in the parking lot. I'm talking about the traffic inside the store. Because God bless you people, you will get in your car and drive to Costco obeying every law of the land. You will drive on the right side of the road. You will signal for turns. You will park in the stalls. You get out of your car, get your cart, walk into Costco. Every ounce of common sense goes outside your brains. You're driving either side, you're parking wherever you want, you're turning whenever there are no rules in Costco. It is Thunderdome inside Costco. This is America. We shop on the right. If you want to shop on the left, go to IKEA. I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe that if you were driving down the street in your car, you looked over and there was a table on the sidewalk with a guy and a head cover on with food. I don't believe that you would just stop your car right there, get out, walk over. I don't believe you would do that. But the Costco people, they're just like, la, 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 la. Oh, hey, some of you don't even stop your carts. There are children in the cart. Mommy, shut up, there's baklava. It is crazy in Costco. And then you fill your cart, you go and you check out, and you go to the door, and now you got to deal with highlighter guy. Phil, were you ever highlighter guy? What is on the resume to get the job as highlighter guy? Now, for my non-Costco people, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Costco has installed a security measure where they have placed a guy at the door armed with a highlighter. And his job is to make sure that there's nothing in your cart that's not on your receipt. Costco doesn't sell anything smaller than a kid. What are you going to steal? You take that lifetime supply of toilet paper and put it under your jacket? It's crazy. Apparently, if he does catch you stealing something, he takes you in the back and you have to fill out a report. Not a lot of details, just the highlights. I was in Costco the other day, and I don't know if you know that Costco sells clothes. Well, you know Costco sells clothes, but anyway, I was looking at the jeans, and they have Kirkland jeans. And the Kirkland jeans have a leather patch on the back that says Kirkland Signature Authentic Jeans. Is someone knocking off Kirkland jeans? Is not Kirkland fundamentally a knockoff of everything else? Is there some guy out in the parking lot in the trunk of his car going, hey man, you want some Kirkland jeans? I got your size. It's crazy at Costco. I'm excited to be here. I was a little late. I drove up from Orange County, and you know, I went out and I started up my vet, which is short for Chevette, and started to back out. It stalled. I couldn't get it started. I didn't know what I was going to do. It's Saturday. How am I going to get down to Santee? I got a show to do. So I go to Enterprise Rent-A-Car on a Saturday afternoon. Don't know if you've ever done that. It's not good. Not a big selection. I got a rental car. It was so small, the rental car contract said it would go 0 to 60 before I had to return it. So, but I get in and I get all set. I check my mirrors and I'm leaving. And all of a sudden I realize that the GPS voice in the car is male. And I've never had a male GPS voice before. I got it on my phone. It's a female, so it was kind of intimidating. It was like, at the next intersection, turn left. I was like, well, okay. But then I wondered, did they have it where the GPS voice is specific to the type of car? So like if they put a GPS into an Isuzu Rodeo, it would go, I reckon you ought to turn right. What if they put a GPS into a Ford Fiesta? Yo, gringo, you're in the wrong neighborhood. No, you just need to like turn around. What if they put a GPS into a Dodge Diplomat? I think you should turn left. What do you think? Put a GPS into a Chevy Cavalier. Yeah, go left, go right, whatever. Put a GPS into a Ford Escort, but then you have to pay $100 every time you want the directions. I would just... Who did I offend? Come on. This is crazy. Well, they put a GPS into a Hummer. Should I go left? Mm-mm. So right then? Mm-hmm. Put a GPS into a Ford Spirit. Go left. L-E-F-T. They told me that there was going to be young people here tonight. And so what I like to do when I know I'm going to have young people in my audience is I like to do a little magic. Thank you for that round of indifference. Now, to do magic, I will need a volunteer. And since this young man on the end is the only one that didn't raise his hand, brother, would you come and help me with a magic trick? Give him a round of applause. Now, turn around so I can see how handsome you are. Sir, what is your name?
Julian.
Julian. And Julian, where do you go to school?
Pepper Drive.
Paper Drive?
Pepper.
Pepper is better than paper. Okay, Pepper Drive. And what grade are you in?
6.
And do you have a job?
No.
No. Have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
My man. Because I don't. Julian, maybe you could help me. I am on 3 different dating sites because apparently God can't teach me enough about rejection on just one. Julian, how did you meet this young lady?
School.
You guys were in the same class?
No.
The questions will get easier as we go, Julian. So how did you meet her?
In 5th grade.
Did you just walk up and say, "Sup, I'm Julian"?
No, we talked for a while.
Is this young lady related to you?
No.
Because she acted like a sister. A sister will start speaking for the young men all the time. They'll just like chime in when you don't want them to chime in. Now, Julian, you and I have never met before, right?
I think.
Out of all the questions I asked you, I thought that would be the easiest one to answer. And I was wrong. Do I look familiar?
No.
No. It's my fault. I picked him. My fault. So we have not practiced any magic trick. This is the first time we've met. You have no idea what we're about to do.
Yes.
Good job, Julian. Now, Julian, I have here, I was going to bring it to you. I have here a Sharpie and a blank piece of paper. Now, Julian, they want to see you. You're a good-looking guy. Can I touch this? Because this is awesome. I am so jealous. It's cool because it just looks like it's being blown by unseen winds. It's awesome. Julian, what I need you to do is I need you to think of a number between 1 and 5,000. Okay, take a minute. You don't have to think of it right away. Do you have it? Okay. The young lady that was sitting next to Julian, could you come up here, please? And what is your name?
Jade.
Jade. What do you see? Okay. Notice her, because you came up and you were focused on me, and you were talking, and she came up and went. You are an actress? Okay. Well, good. Then you should be good at this. Could you act a little more excited than Julia? Okay, good. I'm going to go over here so I don't hear you. Can you tell her the number so that you both know it, but I don't want to hear it? I'm going to need you to do it tonight. You got it? You both have it. Okay, so what I need you to do is I need you to both start focusing on, oh, you guys are good. Yes. Focus on the number. You're doing great. Yes. Okay. All right. Stay with me. This is good. Oh, you guys are good at this. Yes. Okay, hold on. You guys are doing great. Okay. Julian, I'm going to ask you a question, and I need you to say your answer. Turn towards them. I need you to say your answer loud into the microphone, okay? Is your number 3,221?
No.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Give Julian and Jade a round of applause. They did great. Yeah, just. You guys should do comedy together, because that was just awesome. All right, so let's go to the other end of the spectrum. By applause, how many people here tonight are old? Well, I said by applause, and this lady in the front row raised her hand, so she pretty much clarified. Ma'am, you're old? How do you know that you're old? You do not look old to me. How do you know that you're old?
Because everybody tells me I am.
Really? Well, God bless this church family. Can I join your small group? Nope, you're old. And what is your name? Judy. And Judy, do you feel old?
Yes.
Could you feel her and verify that for us? Just feel her, and she's not old? Okay. Well, God bless you, Judy. Thank you for being here. You're not old. You can be a part of his small group. See, Judy, I can tell that I'm getting older. Not because my hair is gone, not because my hair is graying. My vocabulary is starting to change. I'm starting to say stuff I know I never said when I was young. I walked in here tonight. Jenna said, "How you doing?" I said, "Fair to Midland." Fair to Midland just came out of my mouth. I was at a party the other night. Somebody said, "Are you having a good time?" I said, "Oh yeah, it's a hoot." I don't even know what a hoot is. So if you think you're getting older and you're not sure, I've devised a test for you. Here's your test. Pretend that you are babysitting 3 little kids. You go into the living room and they are jumping up and down on the couch. Now, if you would walk in and say, hey, cut it out, knock it off, you're relatively young. If you would walk in and say, hey, cut out that horseplay, you're in the middle area. But if you would walk in and say, that'll be enough of those shenanigans, it's over. If shenanigans is an active part of your vocabulary, buy the coffin now. But see, the fact that I'm getting older is really making me mad. It's upsetting me. It's angry. A lot of younger terms. I mean, God forbid I was irked or peeved. Next thing you know, you're getting your dander up and throwing a conniption fit. And then you know what happens? Everything goes to hell in a handbasket. I don't even know what a handbasket is. But it can't be good because I've never heard of anything going to heaven in a handbasket. And let me say this to you. I am confident of my relationship with my Savior. I know that I am going to heaven, but let me say this to you. If I was going to hell, I would not want to go in a handbasket. Because I believe that hell is populated by the type of people that would make fun of you based on the mode of transportation by which you arrived. Hey man, how'd you get here? Oh, I came in a handbasket. Hey Johnny, it's another one of those handbasket people. Yeah, well don't make fun of him, he'll throw a conniption fit. Oh, it would be hell. It's just scary. Well, I haven't really talked to, I observed this row, but I didn't talk to anybody over in this row. We have any athletes over here? Anybody play any sports? Anybody in this front row? 2 people? These 2 gentlemen right here? Gentlemen, what do you I love that the young lady pointed at the guy and the guy pointed at the young lady. Well, okay, sir, what's your name?
James.
James, what do you do?
Old man softball.
You make money playing old man softball? Oh, I'm sorry, what do you do was too confusing? Okay. So you play old man softball, what does she play? You pointed at her. Is she having a seizure? You smell pennies? You know. Which joke did you just get? Which? All of them? Okay. And you guys play sports? What do you play? Softball. Do you play on? You guys play on the same team? No. Oh, you guys know each other?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. You have a great economy for words, and I appreciate it. You ever have, what is your name, sir?
James.
You're both named James. Either of you go by Jim?
No.
Jimmy?
No.
Jimbo?
No.
James.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm not making this up. My middle name is James. God bless you both. James, have you ever had one of those softball games where you're out there, everything's going right, you can't miss, you're hitting every ball comes across the plate, you're catching everything comes. You ever have one of those games? Calm down, James. I'm asking because I'm a basketball player, James. I was out playing this morning. I'm having one of those games I couldn't miss. Everything going on. I was on that day. Right in the middle of the game, it hits me. I had a deep down body thirst. I had never had a deep down body thirst before. A friend of mine comes over, gives me a bottle of Gatorade. It puts back what your body sweats away. As the first drop hit my taste bud, I realized this is what your body sweats away. I mean, it looks like sweat, it tastes like sweat. Why don't they just call it sweat? They could have a brand for women and call it Glow. It says on the Gatorade bottle that it works 30% faster than water. So why aren't we pouring this stuff on fires? I think of things like this. Things like this pop into my head. Can you get germs from drinking out of someone else's Listerine bottle? I think of these things. Can a dog get a CAT scan? I think of this stuff. Why do people say don't mention it after you mention it? You go, thank you. They go, don't mention it. I just mentioned it. You weren't here for that part? Weird questions pop into my head. Who decided that the abbreviation for pound should be 2 letters not in the word pound? I think of this stuff. Why does it say 50 yards on the front of the dental floss package? Thank you. When was the last time you saw somebody working out on a yard of dental? We're supposed to tie it to the door or over to the sink. Weird questions pop into my head. Is there a medical term for what Captain Crunch does to the roof of your mouth? It's like eating a bowl of miniature cheese graters. Weird questions. If they restrict visitors in that section of the hospital, shouldn't it be called the I can't see you? I think of these things. Why don't they have mouse-flavored cat food? Come on, why don't they have parakeet cat chow? They have stupid flavors of it. They have beef-flavored cat food. When was the last time you saw a pack of cats take down a cow? I mean, can you see them out in the pasture planning their strategy? Shh, you'll spook the herd. Okay, Fluffy, I want you to go up on the right side and start playing with the grass and distract her. Now, Whitey, you go up the left side and rub on her leg and get her to relax. Now, Snowball, you jump up on her back and start doing that thing. And then we'll pounce. You go back to the milk bar. Milk for everybody. This is crazy, crazy stuff. So do I have any parents here tonight? Anybody with? Oh, this lovely young lady here in the 4th row. How many children do you have, ma'am? You have 2? All right, let's just take a minute and pray for these 2 ladies. Can we just take a minute and just pray? That's great. Okay, well, God bless you. Wow. Any other parent? I haven't talked to anybody down here. There's let's go talk to these people in the Jeeps. I think that's going to conclude your speaking part of the show. I know I checked the script. You don't have any more lines. Weird stuff. It's not like I go down to Chick-fil-A and bother her when she's working. Where's my parents back here? Do I have parents back here? Ma'am, you have children?
I do.
You seem to be hesitant about that. What is your name?
Debbie.
Debbie, how many children do you have?
3.
3, wow.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Now, Debbie, do you go here? Is this where you attend worship?
No, I don't.
You don't. Would you like to start? I'll let somebody else come and talk to you about that. I'm going to pray for you. Well, since we had Julian and Jade up on stage, it would only be appropriate to get their moms to come up on stage. Come on up here. Come on up here, because what I like to do, what is always fun for me, is that I like to, hi, what is your name?
Amanda.
Amanda and?
Jordan.
Jordan, Amanda and Jordan, lovely ladies. Are your husbands out there?
Yes.
Do you have single sisters? Just talk amongst yourselves. I'm busy. What I like to do, it was Jordan and Jade. Jordan and Jade. So what, Jade?
Oh, Amanda.
Nope, it's definitely Jade's mom. No question about it. You okay? That is a lovely shade of red for you. That just looks good, and we're on camera. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be all over the internet of the church. It's like, what's your name? Jade. Amanda. So what I like to do is I like to give the audience a story that they can take home. Now, when your children were younger, did you tell them stories? I got a strong yes from Amanda, and Jordan's like, define story. Is go to bed a story? When you told them stories, did you tell stories that you already knew, or did you make up stories?
A little of both.
Little of both. So you're creative. Yes. Good. Because what we're going to do is we're going to make up a story for them to take home with them, just the three of us. Doesn't that sound like fun?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So let's see. Let me talk to this group over here. Sir in the third row with the nice beard. I need a location for our story to take place. Hawaii, God bless you. So why don't we go on a mission trip to Hawaii, and we're going to evangelize to the people on Hawaii. Does that sound fun? Yes. Jordan, you just want to go back and sit down, don't you? Yeah. Jordan. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Hawaii. We're going to do a little mission trip, a little evangelizing, and I'll start the story. And when I need you, I'll just come to you, and you guys just fill in the blank. We'll see where the story goes. Sound like fun?
All right.
Okay, good. So Jordan and Jade, or Amanda, you guys call her what you want. We're going to go to Hawaii. We've been praying about this. We want to evangelize to people. So we're going to go to Hawaii. We're very excited. We get a shuttle, and we go, and I got them both in the shuttle, and we're getting ready to leave. And all of a sudden, Amanda says, oh, my goodness, I forgot my
Shoes.
shoes. So you're going to Hawaii. You got all the way into the shuttle, and you don't have shoes. Okay, so we said, look, it's Hawaii. We don't need shoes. We'll pick you up some sandals when we get there. You'll be fine. It'll be great, and you're not worried at all. It's going to be fun. So we get to the airport. We get to our seats. We're flying along. The stewardess comes over and says to Amanda, would you like a
Coke.
Coke, because you're thirsty and you want something to drink. Yes. So she gets her Coke, and she's drinking it, but you're a little put off by it because she's not wearing shoes and her feet smell. But that's awkward to be on a plane with someone with no shoes, but whatever. So we get to Hawaii, and we get our luggage, and we head to the hotel, and I, being the gentleman, courteous guy that I am, I carry their luggage up, and we go to Amanda's room first. We open the door, and there in the middle of the room is a So Amanda, being the helper that she is, says, margarita. It's so good because she gets an opportunity to fill in the blank, says Coke. Now it's Amanda's turn to go for the alcohol. I couldn't because we're at church, but it's your turn to say margarita. Good job. Way to not lead her astray. So there's a margarita there, and we feel like, well, this is a church event. We shouldn't have the margarita, so we have it removed. And then we go over to Amanda's room, and we put her suitcase down. And her suitcase pops open, and there in the middle of her suitcase is a... Okay. Maybe you're not understanding how this works. This is Mommy's turn to talk. And I guess that in your house, Mommy probably doesn't get a lot of time to talk. But in this moment, we're going to let Mommy talk. I am so praying. Did you decide what was in the middle of your suitcase? Is this going to be good? Is this going to be all right? In the middle of your suitcase was a.
Iguana.
So let me see if I understand. You forgot shoes, but you remembered iguana. What the heck is going on at this church? So we decide we're going to go out, we're going to evangelize a little bit. We bought you some shoes, we fed your iguana a margarita, and so we're walking down the beach, and we see a guy, he's on the beach, he's got a sign, he's selling
Fish.
fish. And we're hungry, we haven't eaten, let's get some fish. We get some fish. We start up a fire there on the beach. We're having our fish. It's great. Some people come over. They're sitting down. They're having fish with us. We start to talk to them about Jesus. We're evangelizing. It's going great. And Amanda says, boy, this fish is good. But you know what really go well with it? I'd really like
Some pineapple.
some pineapple. Yes, let's put a little pineapple, get some tropical flavor on there. So we do that, and the sun starts to set, and we're all praying. We got these people accepting Jesus. God bless this trip. This is great. Decide we got to pack things up. We head back to the hotel, and Amanda immediately goes, oh, man, I wish I would have bought a
Handbag.
to put your new sandals in. And the margarita. Yes, and the iguana, you just carry everything and we'll just leave your luggage there. So we get back on the plane, we're flying home, we've saved some people, and we get back, and I said, Amanda, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get home? And she says,
Take a nap.
party. Give these ladies a huge round of applause. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for letting us come here and laugh with you tonight. And thank you for contributing to send these kids off to summer camp. That is an amazing thing that you did tonight, an amazing thing that we accomplished. Lisa and I both have Dry Bar comedy specials. If you have not heard of Dry Bar, it's clean comedy for everyone. And you can go to Dry Bar Comedy. You can watch comedy specials by people like Lisa and I that you probably haven't heard of. But I think you'll enjoy it. So please check out Dry Bar Comedy because the comedians get paid the more you watch, and we appreciate it. God bless you for being here. And remember, it doesn't have to be dirty to be funny. God bless you. Thank you.